Well, I'm just about at the stage of being able to paint my test shot of Tamiya's Messerschmitt BF199 G-6, and as you might be able to see here, I have the basic fuselage in my hand and a few sub-assemblies here underneath it on the table. What we can do is we can build the kit with the cowlings closed, or we can disassemble it again and rebuild it with the engine and cowling open. One of the things you'll notice is that it's a partial engine that's built onto the main part of the fuselage. And we have this rather clever sub-assembly that includes the engine mounts, the machine guns, the top of the engine, and a few other odds and ends as a separate sub-assembly. So we'll have a look at that again in a moment. We also have the bottom of the engine as a separate part, and you might be able to see there we've got a small metal washer, and that connects to a magnet which is glued to the bottom inside of the engine. But for the moment we're actually going to show you what it looks like with the engine cowling closed. So the first thing we do is we'll take the bottom cowling part and oops, we throw it away, and there's a little tab, little tiny tab on the bottom of the engine cowl. We slot that in here, so just at a little bit of an angle, and there we are. The magnet effectively locks it in place, so there's virtually no gap there at all, and it's quite a solid connection even just with that magnet. What we're going to do next is put the closed upper cowl onto the fuselage, so that just pops down there. That's easy. The nose section once again has a small washer, and that washer connects to the magnet. You might be able to see just the circular silver magnet in there, and it's as simple as just popping that in place, and it just virtually clicks into place. All of this now is locked into place with a single part which comprises the windscreen and also the rear of the bueller, the rear of the gun bulges, and that just goes straight down and clicks into place. Now I don't know if you can see how fantastic this looks. It's virtually completely gap free. It's a very positive fit. It's just ingenious is really the only word that I can use to describe it. Now let's pull it apart again. So that comes off there. That comes off there. Upper cowl off. So we're just taking it all off in the reverse order, and then the lower cowl. So in order to put it together to display the engine, we're going to use different parts. First of all, we have the upper engine and gun sub-assembly, and we'll just drop that in place. Good, there we go. Right, so that's in place there. We have the lower cowl, and that basically just once again is clicked in place. We can see here that's perfectly positioned, and we can see some of the engine detail through the open cowl there. We will now add the upper cowl parts, painted inside, not painted outside yet, and that just goes. I've just broken off the bottom cowl. Right, trap for young players. I'll fix that in a minute. And then we have the windscreen sub-assembly that clicks in place down there, and the nose which sits on there. So I'll glue this back on a little later on. But we can see, once again, the fit is fantastic. It's totally gap-free. The cowls are open. You can see all of the detail, even more at the bottom of the engine now that the cowling's not in place. But certainly through the sides, the terrific view of the engine. And there are also a couple of parts that are designed as props for those open cowls, so it doesn't look like they're floating in midair. Well, that's what I'm up to at the moment. I'll be painting the model over the next couple of days, so I would expect that by early next week we'll probably be able to see the entire model finished. Thanks for visiting from Squadron Scale Workshop. It's Brett Green. Bye for now.